Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Rental Robert here with the Hustle Nation. You know, there is a time in my life where everything was a reason for something else. And what I mean by that is I probably about 28 years ago, I was at a house talking with my friend. He had a 1969 Sportster, which was the same exact motorcycle that I first bought when I dropped out of high school and bought my first Harley. And if you know anything about that bike, they're extremely crude combustion motor. Mine and his both had magnetos on them, no battery. So they were finicky to say the least, but man, it was my ticket to freedom, so to speak, at a very young age. So I was over there helping him on the motorcycle, and this is a house that was divided into 4 apartments, and it was right on the corner, okay? And so you could drive in the driveway on one street, come around the back of it, and then come all the way down the side and then hit the other street that was going north and south. And so we're like on the front right corner of it, to where if you come in from the east and west street, come around, then you would hit the north and south street. It's about 7:30 at night. We're standing in the front yard. It's not real well lit, and 4 guys come around the corner, and I just thought they were kind of cutting around the back of the house and everything. Get out, get out, get on the ground. And so now we're in the middle of an armed robbery, and we're the ones getting armed. And I'll never forget it. It was a Ruger 22 pistol that the guy had. And regardless, you know, nobody got hurt or anything like that. I don't think they ever caught the people or anything of that nature. You know, I just remember after being very shaken up about the whole ordeal and calling a friend of mine, Joe, and told him about the situation. And his response was, "What part did you play?" And I'm thinking, man, I didn't play any part. I was just standing there doing nothing. I didn't even say a word to these guys, and all of a sudden they're pulling guns on us and telling us to lay down, taking my money and everything like that. And once I got over being so pissed at Joe for saying that, I really started taking a look at, you know, what did I play a part in this? You know, what did I do? What could I have done differently? Well, one thing is I could have been indoors. And I'm not saying they wouldn't have kicked the doors or come in or anything like that, but, you know, being indoors is almost like having a lock on a building. You know, it just keeps an honest man honest, so to speak. It's a lot more ballsy for somebody to kick in a door and, you know, do a breaking and entering or, you know, a home invasion than it is that, you know, if I'm just walking by and do something, so to speak. So that was the first thing. You know, the second thing is I could have changed, you know, the location of where I was and at what time I was, you know. And so there are some things that I could have done differently that might have altered the outcome of this whole situation. So the biggest thing, though, that I took away from it after I stopped being mad at Joe was I always have the ability to be a contributing factor to a situation, and I need to remain honest with myself as far as what exactly that is. And the thing about it is that those people that are in positions that I want to trade places with are always taking responsibility for their side of things. They're taking responsibility for their actions. You know, I find that the easiest way to get out of a argument is just to tell somebody you're right. You know, so, hey man, you did this, you did that. Hey, you're absolutely right. You know, and then, whoo, man, they lose steam real quick because they can't argue that fact in the sense that when you admit what your part is, they've got no ammunition, so to speak, after that. And again, I am very observant and very attentive listening to people that I want to trade places with or that I would be willing to trade places with, okay? You know, don't take marriage advice from somebody that's been divorced 7 times. Take divorce advice from that person, but don't take marriage advice from them. You know, don't go to a heart surgeon to have them work on your teeth, okay? It just doesn't make sense, you know. I had a guy tell me one time, said, man, I know a lot about being married, and I was like, really? He said, oh yeah, man, I've been married 5 times. I said, dude, you don't know anything about being married. What you know about it is how to get divorced. And it's obvious you're pretty good at it. And I'm not passing judgment or anything like that, you know, and I don't trust too much of what people say, but I totally trust patterns, okay? And again, the thing that I see with people that are in a position where I would like to be, they're enjoying a lifestyle that I would like to enjoy, they have relationships like I would like to enjoy, all of those people are taking responsibility for their actions. They are not shucking the blame. They're not blaming anybody. They're not saying, you know, I got dealt a bad hand if I just had this, or if I was just like this, you know. They're making the absolute best of what they got and saying, hey, this is what it is, and I'm moving forward with it, instead of saying, well, you know, I just, woe is me, I can't do anything, you know. And I assure you, I was very pissed at Joe when he said, what part did you play? Man, I'm a victim. I was just there. I was just standing there. And this all happened. You know, there was a part that I played in it once I became honest with myself. Good morning. Have yourself a wonderful day. Keep hustling, keep grinding, and take responsibility.